What's cracking, y'all? I'm back with another one. Another slapper I'm about to talk about is Bobby Brown's Don't Be Cruel. His second album was released on June 20th of 1988. Happy 38 years to this classic. And it was released through MCA Records. And MCA changed the producers for this album and had Mr. Brown work with hit-making, songwriting, and production duo Babyface and L.A. Reid. Um, Brown had dedicated the album to his deceased best friend, James Jimbo Flint, who was stabbed to death when Brown was age 11. Don't Be Cruel incorporates New Jack Swing, R&B, funk, dance, and soul. This album is incredible, man. I love this album. Everybody was definitely playing the heck out of this back then when Bobby did his thing, man. After he left New Edition, he just went to do solo stuff. So the album peaked at #1 on the U.S. Billboard 200, and it included the five top 10 Billboard Hot 100 hits, with My Prerogative being a U.S. #1 hit. 3 of the singles also #1 on the Billboard's Hot R&B Songs chart. My Prerogative was also the second biggest single of 1989, ranking at #2 on the Billboard Year and Hot 100 Singles of 1989, and the album also spent a total of 11 non-consecutive weeks at the top of the Billboard R&B Albums chart over the course of 1988 and 1989. Internationally, it reached #1 in Ireland and the top 5 in Australia and New Zealand and the United Kingdom. At the 32nd Grammy Awards, Bobby Brown won Best Male R&B Vocal Performance for Every Little Step. That's one of my favorites right there. And Don't Be Cruel um, received extremely positive reviews from music critics, and it was far more successful than Bobby's debut album, spending a total of 6 weeks on the top of the Billboard 200 and being the best-selling album of 1989 in the U.S. On April 28, 1995, that's the year and birth I was born. I was a born baby out of my mama. So anyways, it was certified 7 times platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America. The album sold over 12 million copies worldwide in total. And 2015, Billboard ranked Don't Be Cruel at number 82 on its list of the greatest albums of all time. The greatest of all time, Billboard 200 albums. So the album received a 2 CD deluxe edition release commemorating its 35th anniversary on June 16th of 2023 by Iconoclastic Records. This deluxe edition was subsequently removed from sale for undisclosed reasons. So, more history to it. Brown had changed the producers for this album and worked extensively, I already mentioned, with making songwriting and production with Babyface and L.A. Reid, and Alex Henderson of AllMusic had said this: Don't Be Cruel was to Bobby Brown what Control was to Janet Jackson. A tougher, more aggressive project that shed his bubblegum image, although it brought him to a new artistic and commercial plateau. With My Prerogative and the title song, Bobby had become a leader of New Jack Swing and rap and hip-hop that's also associated with Guy and Brown's New Edition colleagues, Belle Biv DeVoe. And all the 5 singles released from the album reached the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100. Don't Be Cruel was released as the lead single, and the second single, My Prerogative, earned Brown his first #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, and My Prerogative also reached #2 on the year-end Billboard Hot 100 singles of 1989, and 3 of the singles also reached #1 on the Billboard's Hot R&B Songs chart, and all singles except Roni were certified gold by the Recording Industry Association of America. And Don't Be Cruel debuted at number 74 on the Billboard 200 on July 23rd of 1988, and it wasn't until 6 months later that the album reached #1, starting a 6-week non-consecutive run at #1 from January 21st of 1989 through February 4th of 1989, and February 18th of 1989, and March 4th of 1989, and it reigned at #1, was interrupted. Its reign at #1 was interrupted for 1 week by Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction. And the album also spent a total of 11 non-consecutive weeks atop of the Billboard R&B Hip Hop Albums chart over the course of 1988 and 89. And it spent an 8-week non-consecutive run at #1 from September, November of '88, and then returned to #1 4 months later in March of '89. And Don't Be Cruel is the best-selling album of 1989 in the United States, and it was finished #1 of the Billboard year-end album chart, and eventually uh, the album sold 12 million copies worldwide in less than a decade. Man, everybody was definitely playing the heck out of this record back then when it was released. You gotta love all the songs on here, man. The whole album is incredible. Cruel Prelude. Don't Be Cruel, My Prerogative, Roni, Rock Wit'cha, that's another classic. Every Little Step, We'll Be Together, no matter what kind of weather. It's like that, every little step I take. You will, I'll be there. Every little step I make will be together. Man, just one of my favorites. I'll Be Good to You, Take It Slow, All Day, All Night, I Really Love You Girl, and Cruel Reprise. Everybody was banging the heck out of this record, man. Everybody loved this record. Classic. What's your favorite song off this classic? Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and comment, and follow your boy. God bless. Stay safe. If you don't have this record, go look for it and bump it on your turntables. Peace, y'all.